market analysis. Today we have Friday, the 21st of November, and yeah, it's 40 minutes before market open, so there's a lot potentially to happen. We go through all the scenarios I'm seeing for today. Today we have PMI 50 minutes after market open or into market open. I'm personally not so concerned about this. I'm most likely gonna trade however I want. I will not take an entry like 1 minute before PMI release, but overall I do not really care. On the weekly chart, it's really important to know for today. That's probably the most important thing, that we swept this weekly low. On NQ, we also swept this weekly low. A weekly low is really time to get a reversal. So this is important to know first of all. Since we are in November and we have most likely higher volatile times during the market right now, and we are not specifically so trendy, like slow trendy like in summer. It doesn't really matter if we get a high time frame reversal or not. If we get one though, then it's good to know on the higher time frame, but it's not really interesting for us. So this is good to know, to keep it in the back of our heads. Let's start out with marking the pre-market. The session begins. So we have New York open right here, we have London open right here, and we have Asian open right here. First thing I'm seeing, low volatility. Okay, that's important to know. We have Asia highs right here. We have Asia lows right here. We have London highs right here. And we have London lows right here. Let's check the 1 hour time frame. On the 1 hour we have this low right here. And maybe this high but here, but not really so interesting. Let's do the same for NQ really quickly. We have New York open right here, we have London open right here, we have Asia open right here. So let's see here. We have Asia highs right here, we have Asia lows right here, we have London highs right here, and we have London lows right here. Keep in mind there is a possibility that we form a new London high, for example, because it's really early today. It's 30 minutes, 40 minutes before open, so there can be new highs, but keep this in mind. So on the 1 hour we have this low like on the S2, and we have this high like on the S2, and that's pretty much it. Right now we are respecting this gap right here, this 1 hour gap, on NQ and also on ES. No, we do not respect this on ES. So this also, this is the first difference. Let's check for higher time frame SMTs. We have a low here and we went lower here. Okay, pretty much the same. Maybe something around here. No, also the same. And we are above Asian highs at the moment, and we are above Asian highs at the moment. So no SMTs for us on the higher time frame. Let's check the 50-minute time frame. So let's check liquidity on the 50-minute time frame. This would be an interesting draw of liquidity. We took this out already. This is an interesting draw, this is an interesting draw, and of course this imbalance is really interesting for us. On NQ, pretty much the same. This imbalance is really interesting for us. Let's check the left side of the charts. There is really not a lot here. So it's more interesting definitely to look for longs today, just because liquidity wise, but I can also believe that if we want to have a bullish move today, that we need to correct this movement right here. It's not so common that we get extensions like this, then accumulate and open, we just pump again. That's not common. More common is we pump, then we accumulate, we get a little bit of short time manipulation, correction, and then we rally. So I believe on the midterm chart, like this Friday, today overall, will be bullish, but I can believe that we want to get down first, maybe to fill this, maybe even to sweep this, to then go higher. So, yeah, that's the idea for today basically. I would personally wait for some sort of manipulation on the 15-minute or the 5-minute or the 30-minute, maybe of this high right here if we don't form a new one, and then catch a short to fill this gap or even to sweep out those lows before going higher. But in my view, we need to go down a little bit at least to go higher. And I don't want to predict two moves at one day. So I don't want to predict we go up, we go down, we go up. If I know we need to go down to go up, then I will rather catch the short, because if my bias is correct, I make profit. If my bias is wrong and we just want to go down, I make profit. So the idea for today is to catch shorts, but with the thought in mind that we want to be bullish for today or for next week. So yeah, that's the idea. If we, I don't really believe that's gonna happen, but if we just pump due to PMI, for example, then I will not take a trade. If we see something like this, pretty unusual, but just pump, 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 I will not try to catch the short, and I will not try to predict the move further. So if we pump, I am done for the day. That's it. I don't want to predict to enter into the pump again, because this can be the top at any point, because we have this high, and this imbalance, and no one knows if the imbalance is going to be filled with here or till here. We don't know. So that's the idea for today. I would be cautious today just because the last days was so volatile, and we have draws to the downside, but we also have this big imbalance here. Yeah, ideally I would like to take a short today, and if we just pump, I would stay out of the market. So yeah, that's the idea for today. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Stay cautious. I hope this helped you a little bit for today. And yeah, one more thing which might be important. If we dump down also and don't get some reactions right here, I would also stay out of the market, because there's two possibilities today. First possibility is we chop a little bit, then we get an entry before PMI, for example, at sweeping these London highs or those lows here, and we get a reaction from it, and PMI is going into our trade direction to the downside, or we just chop and we get an entry directly on PMI. And directly on PMI I would not take, because it's low probability trades. Ideally we just get an entry pretty close to market open, and we are like almost out of our position when PMI drops. So that's it for today. Be cautious. Don't do stupid shit. Just think about your entry, build a story around your trade. Don't try to bottom take a move. Don't long into something like this. Don't short into something like this. So yeah, be cautious and have a great end of the week, and we're gonna see you on Monday.